film director, Salvation.
Salvation.
Salvation. This
Meaning
is
salvation.
Salvation.
Good.
Я не говорю по-английски, поэтому Саша мне поможет.
Unfortunately, he doesn't speak English well, so I'll be translating for you.
Okay.
Я сейчас снимаю фильм, в котором сюжет о том, что католическая монашка приезжает в Тибет, и там в Тибете пропагандирует христовую веру.
Right now, I'm filming a movie. It's about a Catholic nun who travels to Tibet to bring the Jesus message to Tibetans on a mission.
Это фильм о взаимоотношении разных религий и культур.
It's a movie about various religions and cultures getting in touch.
И я слышу то, что вы сейчас говорили о религии, но вот в моей стране главной религией является православие.
I heard well what you said now about religion, but in my country, the Orthodox Christianity is the main religion.
И суть его, мистическая суть православия в том, что верующий отдает всего себя полностью, без остатка, вере в Иисуса.
And the mystical inner nature of Russian Orthodox Christianity is that you entrust yourself fully into the hands of Jesus.
И поэтому он не может принять никакую другую религию.
And basically the Orthodox Christian cannot accept any other religion as true, only his own.
И в этой его отдаче есть минус такой, что он совершенно не готов к диалогу.
And basically there is one minus in all that, one shortcoming. It cannot really...
Диалог, он не готов.
He is not ready, a true Christian, Orthodox, he is not ready to have a dialogue with other religion.
И это связано не только с боязнью потерять догму, но боязнью потерять практику.
Not only because he is afraid of losing his dogma, the teaching of his religion, but also he is afraid of losing the practice of his religion.
Как в этом смысле, как в таких случаях, где в таких случаях есть место для диалога, что может объединить религию?
So in this situation, in a situation like that, what can be the foundation, the basis for true dialogue between religions?
It is quite true. Many religions, you see, carry a concept of one religion, one truth. So simply believe one's own religion is ultimate truth and only religion. So that relevant one individual's faith. Yes, one truth, one religion, that concept very relevant to one's own sort of state, faith, one's own religion. So it is, I think, many religions, I think that kind of concept there. Then perhaps, I think, historically, in ancient time, different place, different sort of religious master, you see, start teaching. Then their area, only one religion, not much of contact with other religions. I think in the Bible, you see, mentioned, you see, 3 wise men from East, isn't it?
Yes.
So there is some kind of, sort of concept, East. There are some wise men, wise community there. So this indicates there are sort of different sort of, what's the philosophy or, I don't know, religion or like that, spirituality. Otherwise, you see the local area, just Judaism, of course, they are like that. So that also, I think, makes differences. For example, my own case, when I was in Tibet, only Buddhist, mainly only Buddhist. So quite strong, one religion. Then come out Tibet, a lot of sort of meeting with people from different faith, scholars, practitioners, teachers. Then talk and watch, observe, you see, their behavior, their simplicity, their way of thinking. Then I admire. many Christian monks, nuns, they really devoted, serving poor people, other people. Really wonderful. So therefore, at my meeting with late Thomas Merton, Thomas Merton, one Trappist monk, when we discuss their sort of way of life, there are many similarities. And then we can see in a very poor area in Africa or Asia, many devoted Christian monks, mainly Christian nuns, really serving field of education. They really sacrifice their own personal comfort, serving other people. So therefore, more wider contact, and then you can develop real sort of respect of all these major institutions. So I think wider contact with people from different faith, then this narrow-minded thinking will change. So here also is the importance of education and information, free information. So media also is an important role to educate people. There are many different institutions, different philosophy, but all carry the same message. Therefore, the different philosophy is necessary. Now, example, within Buddha's follower, within Buddhist, because of different mental dispositions there among his own follower, Buddha taught different philosophical views or different sort of practice because of the audience mental disposition differences. So Buddha never sort of taught one thing, and whether you accept or whether suitable or not, you must accept that. He never said that. So this shows we learned from that sort of that way of teaching. Then we easily develop respect all major institutions. I am Buddhist, no concept of creator, but I extremely sort of admire those religions. Their sort of central faith is creator, God. So I really admire them. No problem. So it is, I mean, as I already mentioned, religion mainly related with individual. So individual mental disposition. So one person, one individual who feel the concept of creator is most effective, then you should practice that. You should follow that. Someone whose mental disposition, they feel more sort of acceptable, self-creation, then you follow that way. If someone, don't like, different sort of, discipline, then remain non-believer. So long, honest person, honest, truthful, compassionate. That doesn't matter, remain non-believer. Okay, very good.
Вы часто говорите о справедливости.
You often speak about justice.
Как вы считаете, действительно ли когда-нибудь во всем мире может наступить время общей справедливости, общей гармонии? Или все-таки добро, зло, беды, страдания, которые есть, это в общем часть этого мира, это абсолютно нормальное явление?
Do you believe, Your Holiness, honestly that at one point in the whole world, in the whole universe, the universal justice must reign, must be imposed, or suffering, pain, different struggles and quarrels and worries and so forth are the integral parts of this, of what we have? What do you think? Or it can be total happiness one day.
That's a difficult question. If whole world become very, because just society, right? Just society, temple. That's of course most welcome. We need that, but I don't know. That's why you see, we Buddhists say samsara, there are problems. If samsara is really happy, then no need to think about heaven. However, you see, we must make attempt. Certainly we can reduce these unjust sort of activities, or we can develop, we can promote more compassionate world that we can promote. Particularly nowadays, education is universal. So through education, if we make some attempt, educate moral ethics without religious basis, without religious concept, I think it is possible to create a better world, more compassionate world. That I think.
Мой друг очень бедный человек.
And one friend of mine, he's a very
У него
poor
5
person.
детей.
Very poor person,
У
one friend
него
of mine.
5 детей.
He has 5 children.
И его жена сейчас заболела раком.
And his wife is struggling with cancer right now.
Во что ему верить? Где ему взять силы?
Where to find the source of
Как
strength,
человеку обрести источник силы?
of faith for him? And where is the source of strength, of inner force for a person in such a situation?
Indeed, very sad, very sad. But then, firstly, I think if the father think only their own family, then I think the unbearable feeling increase. If you look the world, there are so many people with a difficult situation. I think similar situation or even worse situation. That sometimes will help. They just think oneself, then it's a lonely feeling. On this world, I am really unfortunate person. That kind of feeling. If you look wide away, there are so many sort of people, so many difficult people, and some cases even worse than me. That also is one way to release a little bit of your because of that worried. And then I think your own sort of behavior. If you see the father and also both mother have you see good relation with neighbor, then you see the neighbor will help you, look after you. If you carry your life too much self-centered attitude and cheating your neighbor, that's such a difficult situation development, then difficult to ask help. So that is your own mistake. So you can't blame other except to blame yourself. Then I think if the father, the believer, then think about God. God, the all creation of God. So God means infinite love. So my looks miserable life, but created by God, there must be some meaning. Think that way. God, infinite love. And then also, useful, think, all creature of God, each one have some kind of spark of God. So that gives you more self-confidence. And then non-believer, then think more realistic way. Is it this sad event already happened. Too much worry, no help. So one 8th century's one Buddhist master, you see, he expressed, if some tragedy happened, then analyze the tragedy. If there is a way to overcome, then no need worry, make effort. If there is no way to overcome, then no use, too much worry. So that's, I think, realistic approach, thinking this line. Okay. Sad, very sad.